business partner is Edenic Energy. We are with leadership initiatives, and here are our concerns regarding cybersecurity. Again, my name is Davion.
I'm Caitlin.
Tyler Smith. Blaine Van Allen.
Edema.
Okay, so our business partner was Edenic Energy, founded by Thomas Hunter, and it is an eco-infrastructure company that adds new updated technology to old infrastructure in underfunded communities. So they add AI to older buildings in order to improve quality of living. And they came to us and asked for our help in order to secure their data and ensure that they aren't being hacked and that the AI isn't being compromised at any point.
Next up is the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis is the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The reason why that's important because it helps us identify what we should do and how we should do it. So first, we start off with the strengths. The strengths is that he updates his software a lot. That's really good because that stops bad stuff happening, malware and all that, which is bad. Also, the weaknesses, he has poor password management, which could lead to data breaches, and he could lose all his data. Or also, brute force attacks, which is not good. Also, he has poor hardware upkeep. He uses his backup hard drives out in the open, so people can just snatch it and take all of his company's data, which is not that great. But the opportunities is that he leaves us with a good budget, so we can do a lot, get things done without any problems. And lastly, the threats, brute force attacks, which is not good. Company data can get leaks, and customer data can get leaks.
All right, so here are some of the security concerns we have with this company. So first up is passwords. All of his passwords are very similar across his accounts, which could lead to data attacks because if one password is brute force attacked, and all of them would be leaked and all of his accounts would be compromised. Second up was network scanning. He never scans his network to make sure there's no one on it, to make sure that it's not being compromised, there's no trackers on it. So he's going to want to do that. And lastly is hardware. He has poor hardware upkeep. He doesn't keep track of his hard drives very well, doesn't secure his laptop, things like that. Here are some of the solutions we came up with for these security problems. First up is network scanning. So he just wants to scan his network. That can be done by him or a third-party source. That's just to make sure no one else is on his network that he wouldn't want to be on it. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. That would allow him to encrypt his data end-to-end, ensure that his data is just accessible to him and whoever he wants to be. A firewall would allow him to have protection for DOS attacks or denial of service. That would compromise all of his website's data. And then hardware access, he's going to want to adjust some of the ways that he deals with his hardware, such as getting a safe to keep his hard drives, locking up his laptop, things like that. And training for him and his employees about every 18 to 24 months. He's going to want to get some new training for him or his employees to make sure that they are up to date on security protocol inside the world. AI, he wants to make sure that the AI data that is collected from his consumer is all secure and just accessible to him. Passwords, he's going to want to change them frequently just to make sure that they're all up to date and not being accessed by anyone else. So right now all his passwords are very similar, so we're going to want to change them, make sure they're all different, and change them frequently. And a key locker is a password manager so that you can plug all of his passwords into one application and just have to remember one secure password to access all of them.
Thomas gave us a budget of $20,000, which is a pretty good budget. And with that $20,000, we will be buying a North VPN, which is $101, a firewall, which is $200 to $1,000, a safe, which is $1,000, electric door lock, $200, fingerprint scanner, $200, cybersecurity training, which is $90 per 10 people, and key locker, $45, and pen tester, $4,000, which is a total of total between $6,000 and $7,000. And with the rest of that money, we'll be updating software and data.
Okay, so if we're going to implement all of this information, is the first thing we're going to do, we're going to hire a third-party service to actually scan the network to make sure there's no weaknesses, no vulnerabilities, and make sure there's not already malware in the system. And next we're going to do, we're going to install a firewall and a VPN. We're going to use NordVPN because it also comes with a firewall, so it's like a two-in-one special. Then after that, we're going to have them change his passwords to make sure they're more secure, make sure they're complex too. And we're going to make him use a password manager such as Dashline or any other one to make, so he only has to remember one hard password to access all the rest of his passwords. And then we're going to back up his hard drive data to the cloud, so in case it gets compromised, he also say he's in a high-risk flood zone, so in case it gets damaged in any way, shape, or form, he can still access that data. And then finally, we're going to have him implement physical security, such as cameras, stuff like that. But he's not in an office space yet, but when he eventually moves into one, we're going to have him get a security guard or somebody to protect the warehouse or building to make sure that nobody tries to sneak in and tamper with hardware.
Okay, now we have the laws and regulations. We have to follow this because it's really important, or we are possibly sued. So first we have the CMMC, Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. This is something we have to do, or we could do. You get a certification, basically an assessment, and it provides us to know that there's no breaches or anything like that. We also need to follow the NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology. This is an agency from the government that we have to work with to make sure everything's fine. It's by the U.S. Department of Commerce.
System updates. So we like to make sure that he keeps all his systems updated, such as VPN, OS, etc. And that's important because all the flaws in the network system and the bugs we face. We also like to ensure that his new employees and current employees are trained for cybersecurity and security, and to keep his building secure, meaning locks, digital locks, security cameras.
Thank you. And in conclusion, this is our withdrawal from what he told us. So we gathered all the information that he gave us, the questions we asked, decided what that information is useful to us, gathered more information from him in the second meeting about some of the concerns we had with the security, and then we came up with our ideas on how we can fix that. So thank you.